here we are. You guys recommended me to do this. We're going to be checking out Injustice 1 and 2, all the character endings. We're going to see how each individual story ends. I really like this in the Mortal Kombat games, so to see it in the Injustice games, it's got to be even better, right? Because superheroes, and we've been indulging in a lot of superhero content lately. So hit the like button if you enjoy, and shouts out to all of you guys for all the recommendations and just being here and giving me all kinds of different info and advice on what I should do in my DC Universe journey. I truly appreciate that. Let's jump into the video. Here we are, guys. Injustice 1, all the character endings. Shouts out to TechnoZen for creating this video. All of their links will be in the description down below. Oh, because you have to beat Superman, right? Oh, man. Oh, that's sad. I mean, the music made it funny, but
victory over Superman was only the beginning of Aquaman's rise to power. Uniting the world's oceans under the banner of Atlantis, Aquaman had a controlling interest in the planet's ecology and economy. His influence did not escape the attention of the world's multinational corporations, who looked to end his reign.
Oh, they're trying to take him out.
The promise of big money to assassinate the King of Atlantis pursued him relentlessly. But Aquaman's popularity served him well. The world's citizens rose up in anger against those who would quell Aquaman's influence. The threat abated. A groundswell of support began for a united Earth under Aquaman's command.
No way. So he became a complete dictator. He ruled the world at this point. Wow. I didn't see that coming. All right, Ares, what happened to him?
Superman's defeat did not work to Ares' advantage as he had planned. The heroes of the parallel dimension helped this world's Batman build a conflict-free utopia that left the war god famished.
What? No way. A conflict-free utopia? So then Batman's not even needed anymore.
On the brink of death, Ares managed to imprison Brainiac 5. He forced Brainiac to create a time loop beginning with the other dimensional heroes' arrival and ending just before their victory. In this pocket of time, Ares flourished. Endless war was his to savor.
I mean, he is the god of war, but so he created a time loop using Brainiac 5, and now he can just experience war over and over and over again. That's great. Good for him. I hope he enjoys that. Oh, Bane. Look at Superman.
Man had been a fool to believe Bane would willingly accept a subordinate role in the One Earth government. With the High Counselor out of the way, true leadership could begin. Though they lacked intelligence, Bane found in Sinestro and Black Adam inspiring examples of ruthless, absolute authority. They reciprocated his regard for their talents.
So he teamed up with Sinestro and Black Adam? This team is unstoppable right here.
The three former villains regained control of the planet and formed a ruling triad that would be uninterrupted until the next phase of Bane's plan.
What? I wouldn't want to mess with them. I don't even know who would be able to save the Earth at that point.
Following the battle to liberate Earth, Batman learned that Luthor had bequeathed his massive fortune to Bruce Wayne. He now had the means to rebuild Gotham and Metropolis.
What? He gave him all that money. Batman was already rich. Now you're telling me he's 100 times more rich? That's insane.
Residents, inspired by their heroes' efforts, adopted the slogan, "We are Batman."
Oh, they love him now.
They contributed countless hours to their community's renovation and crime prevention. The Batman of old would have stubbornly assumed these tasks alone.
Yeah.
The post-One Earth Batman, having been rewarded for his trust in others, enjoyed his city's renewal and his role as its benefactor.
Well, there it is. Batman's not really needed anymore. Now it's just Bruce Wayne. So he can build that utopia and everyone will be happy. Oh, the next one's Shazam. Oh, Black Adam.
The defeat of Superman taught Black Adam one thing. Most of Earth's denizens were too weak to adopt Kahndaq's visionary form of government. He returned to his homeland with a new plan. Combining their energies, Black Adam and his Empress Isis created a mystical barrier around Kahndaq. There they reigned in peace, their country an oasis in the wasteland of human civilization. A true oasis once Black Adam had destroyed all other life on Earth.
He destroyed all other life on Earth. He wiped out everyone and just kept his city there. I can't believe that. That's terrible, though. Imagine living there. I'd hate it.
At last, Superman had paid for what he had done to Catwoman. Feigning allegiance to his regime had cost Selina her beloved Batman and her best chance at happiness. Pride and anger kept her from attempting reconciliation with Bruce Wayne, but his inspiring reconstruction of Gotham and Metropolis fostered in her a desire to remain close to him.
Oh?
Until she was ready to approach him again, she did her part to keep Gotham's streets clear of crime. Nascent underworld organizations had both the Bat and the Cat to fear.
Oh, they're working together. She's actually cleaning up the streets with Batman. I love it. That's what I've been waiting for.
After Superman's defeat, Cyborg led the assault on the Fortress of Solitude to flush out remnants of the High Counselor's regime. The fortress was well defended, the battle intense. Cyborg was forced to use unfamiliar Kryptonian tools to make repairs to his damaged cybernetics. Enhanced with the alien technology, Cyborg found he could communicate with Superman's androids and order them to apprehend the opposition.
No way.
His army of super androids, Cyborg will bring justice to the world.
That makes Cyborg so badass. I'm sorry I've ever talked any smack about him.
With Superman's regime toppled, new governments formed to take its place. New governments meant new customers for Deathstroke, and business was booming. Soon there were more assassinations to carry out, revolutions to aid, and unrest to create than he could manage on his own. The One Earth regime's elite troopers, having committed atrocities in Superman's name, had gone into hiding from a populace bent on revenge. Impossible for most to find, but not for Deathstroke. Recruiting these renegades, he formed the New Titans, the world's premier political assassins.
So there will never ever be a politician that you don't like. Because if you end up not liking them, he's just going to take them out.
Free of Superman's control, Doomsday eradicated the remaining metahumans. He then manipulated technology in the abandoned Fortress of Solitude to terraform the Earth. It soon resembled prehistoric Krypton.
Oh no.
At last, it felt like home.
That's not good.
After a few years of exterminating humanity at his leisure, however, Doomsday needed a challenge. Having assimilated Superman's ability to fly, he headed for a nearby space sector. He had heard rumors of an opponent worthy of his attention, a Caesarian mercenary with a taste for violence. Doomsday was eager
That's
to meet
Lobo.
this Lobo in battle.
Okay, the reason why I know about Lobo is because I was reading that Jason Momoa might be the new Lobo when they make a movie. I don't know if Lobo exists in the current DC universe, but apparently they want to make a movie in the near future. And apparently he's not going to be Aquaman anymore, but he's going to be Lobo, which is perfect because I feel like he looks like Lobo a lot, especially right here. He's the perfect actor for him. But that's cool. I wish I knew more about Lobo.
Flash had taken down the High Counselor, but the atrocities he had abetted during Superman's regime continued to haunt him. His shame eventually drove him into exile. Whether wishing to make further amends or simply unable to stop himself, Flash continued to use his powers in the pursuit of justice.
That's good.
Rumors of a mysterious red streak of energy that would set upon and incapacitate criminals circulated throughout Central City. While only some deduced his true name, most felt gratitude and affection for the new hero they called the Ghost.
Wait, so they knew it was a red blur and they didn't think it was Flash? What? Rumors of a mysterious red streak of energy. So if you've seen a red streak of energy moving that fast, beating up bad guys, you wouldn't think it was the Flash? Like, aren't they kind of familiar with the Flash already in this? I don't know. That's kind of weird.
After the fall of Superman, Green Arrow visited the Star City of this parallel Earth. His counterpart was one of the first heroes to fall in the battle against Superman, one of the first to object to the Man of Steel's new tactics and reasoning. A memorial erected in Star City's Orchid Bay served as a reminder of the need to fight oppression regardless of the odds. There, Green Arrow found that one citizen wasn't content to memorialize Oliver Queen in stone.
Ooh.
With Green Arrow's training, a new archer, dressed in crimson, took up the fallen hero's mantle. Let Star City's criminals beware. The night belongs to Red Arrow.
Red Arrow? Hold on, I need to look this up. Who's Red Arrow? Okay, so apparently Red Arrow, formerly Roy Harper, now Will Harper, was the second Speedy and the former sidekick of Green Arrow. Interesting. I really like his design here. He looks really cool. It's interesting to see Green Arrow get a sidekick, and I need to read something on Green Arrow.
After returning to his Earth, Green Lantern, in an event mirroring his ascension to the core, witnessed the crash landing of an alien ship. Investigating the wreckage, he encountered the pilot, who claimed to be Abin Sur. But this Abin Sur wore no power ring and referred to him in halting breaths as the Almighty One. Green Lantern tried to convince the alien of their past, that Abin Sur had named Hal Jordan, his successor, as the Green Lantern of Sector 2814. But the alien died from his wounds before Lantern could learn more of him. Lantern left immediately for Oa. The Guardians were his only hope of solving this mystery.
I wonder what they're gonna say. What? I want to know more about that. Oh man, they left me on a cliffhanger there. That was actually really intriguing.
The defeat of Superman filled Harley with confidence. She knew what she was capable of and knew what she wanted. She traveled to the Visitor's Earth and freed the Joker from prison. Returning to her world,
of course she did.
Married in a ceremony that set Gotham ablaze. At the reception, the cake-cutting ceremony took a gruesome turn.
She killed him?
As her new husband playfully mashed her face into the cake, years of abuse took its toll.
Let's go!
Harley snapped. She used the ceremonial knife to slash Joker's throat. Still wearing her wedding
Karma.
Harley now resides permanently in Arkham Asylum.
Aw, but they put her away though. Hey, but she got her licks back, bro. All that abuse, she was tired of it.
Free of his brainwashing, Hawkgirl exacted revenge on the High Counselor for murdering her husband, Hawkman. She was nevertheless sent on the High Counselor for murdering her husband, Hawkman. She was nevertheless sent to prison for her role in the regime. One night, she awoke hovering above her cot, glowing with eldritch light.
What's going on?
An instant later, she stood at the bottom of a shallow crater. There, she found the source of the light, a meteorite of pure nth metal. As she touched it, the meteorite sprung to life, encasing her in nth metal. The new armor made Hawkgirl
She was invincible!
Her first act, vengeance against those who had helped Superman capture Hawkman.
Oh my god! Sheesh. I love how they show how all of these characters can
Though he had failed
win, you
to
know?
elevate the Joker
Like, it actually makes
status,
sense.
Joker was convinced a similar organization could be successful in his dimension. Joker used a series of devastating terrorist acts to frighten
course.
the populace, then convinced the more gullible among them that he was the path to security. The new Joker clan soon had millions of members worldwide and committed regular anti-government attacks, wreaking havoc on the global economy.
I mean, what else did we expect there? Of course he would do that.
Killer Frost reveled in her victory, but her overconfidence betrayed her. Seizing the opportunity, agents of Star Labs captured her. Their scientists harnessed her freezing power in order to fortify the world's polar ice caps. But Star Labs underestimated Frost's ability.
Oh, she's gonna get out.
Turning on her captors, she froze their facility, and eventually the
She's gonna cause another ice age?
entire Western Hemisphere.
Oh!
The survivors now struggle to overthrow the self-proclaimed Ice Queen.
Yeah, good luck with that. They're definitely not gonna overthrow her. Jeez.
A win against this world's Superman was greatly satisfying, but its aftermath would be sweeter still. Luthor
Does he have a
had
son?
traveled to this dimension to convince its residents that he was their Luthor, who had miraculously survived the High Counselor's globally televised attack on him. Beloved before, the triumphant Luthor was now worshipped. He was elected President of the United States,
As he should be.
to further consolidate his power.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, imagine Lex Luthor, the president of the United States?
Nightwing had beaten his former boss, Superman, in single combat. Not
Why'd he
even
do that?
Batman had done that. His thirst for conflict grew. He began challenging anyone who crossed his path.
He killed Cyborg.
Nightwing's belligerence eventually drew the attention of Sinestro.
No.
Was
They're gonna give him a ring? Sinestro is gonna give him a ring?
always in need of new recruits, and the young humans seemed able to inspire great fear.
Oh my god.
Suspicions confirmed when a yellow power ring found its way onto Nightwing's finger.
Oh wait. Oh, imagine the power. The sheer power of Nightwing.
Winning
Raven.
the battle with Superman cost Raven dearly. The amount of demonic energy required overwhelmed her. After regaining consciousness, she looked around warily. Her immediate surroundings were a hellish ruin. Nearby stood her father, Trigon. Raven had somehow called him forth during her battle.
That can't be good.
Trigon thanked his daughter. He then summoned an army and set out to destroy the rest. of
Look
the
what she
planet.
did. Yeah, Trigon coming here, not a good thing. This is
Following the
Shazam.
events in the parallel dimension, Shazam's fellow heroes returned home. But an alien virus contracted during the transfer created in them acute mental instability.
What?
That turned on their fellow crime fighters in a deranged fury. Alone and desperate, Shazam shared the power of the word with his adopted brothers and sisters. Their purity of heart gave them courage.
Nice.
The army of Shazam incapacitated the former heroes. Eventually, they took the place of the Justice League as primary defenders of Earth.
I mean, you guys did tell me that like Shazam could beat Superman. So it was kind of crappy to see Superman kill Shazam. But it is what it is. Sinestro.
When Superman's One Earth regime proved to be a failure similar to his on Korugar, Sinestro retreated to deep space to ruminate on its demise. Fear had long seemed the most powerful of the emotions with which to bring order to the universe, yet it had not been enough. Desperate, Sinestro hurled the might of the Sinestro core against the life entity, keeper of the white power.
What the heck is that?
Ultimately victorious, Sinestro now wielded the power of a White Lantern.
White Lantern?
No adversary could possibly withstand him. The light of the Green Lantern core would be the first he would extinguish.
So with the White Lantern, he's almost invincible. No one can stop him.
The battle over, Grundy eluded capture and returned to his swamp to heal his wounds. During regeneration, Grundy found he could channel the elemental force of the Red. All animal life would bend to his rule. His increased power also allowed him to resurrect the long-lost Grey Force. Now, instead of ruling Earth's creatures, he could simply destroy them. After defeating the world's heroes, Grundy turned Earth into his version of paradise.
Look at that!
Rules over a gray and lifeless planet.
A lot of these are just villain destroys the world.
Though pleased with the outcome, Superman's battle with his duplicate left him troubled. If one Superman could go so far astray, why not another? Preventative measures were in order. After much discussion with his fellow Justice Leaguers, Superman ingested a remote-release kryptonite capsule. At any sign of instability, the kryptonite would permeate his body, killing him.
That's smart.
The question of who could trigger the device was solved democratically.
Batman?
Each week, a different Leaguer would take possession of its remote control.
Oh, weekly duty rotation.
Was denied a shift.
Only Batman was denied a shift. Yikes. Guess not Batman. That's rather unfortunate. But I can understand why.
Wonder Woman returned home to find her dimension in ruins. Aware of Superman's despotic rule of the parallel dimension, the gods of Olympus vowed to preemptively eliminate the metahuman scourge from their world. Under the direction of Zeus, they hunted down and eliminated nearly all superpowered mortals. All that remained to oppose them was Themyscira. Wonder Woman and her Amazons fought back against the Olympians with unrelenting courage. Despite heavy losses, Wonder Woman's forces ultimately prevailed.
Nice.
They took reign as the new Olympians, ushering in an age of peace and prosperity.
Well, that's good. That's a good ending. Is that Scorpion?
Not all heroes were destroyed by Superman. Some were actually created by him. A technology wizard, Barbara Gordon had eluded detection by One Earth intelligence, feeding information to the insurgency under the code name Oracle. But after the regime's murder of her father, Gotham Police Commissioner James Gordon, Barbara channeled her anger into a new alter ego.
What?
Sensing the right opportunity to strike, she attacked Superman directly.
Oh.
By defeating the High Counselor, she had announced Batgirl to the world in impressive fashion.
Woohoo! I love her for that. I thought it was supposed to be Scorpion, but I guess it was just glitched right there. Oh, Lobo is in this game. What?
There was
That's
no
cool.
shortage of vendettas during Superman's reign, and no shortage of bounties for Lobo to collect. He became one of the richest men in the universe by assassinating those who ran afoul of the High Counselor.
Jeez.
Lobo's already massive ego inflated along with his rising wealth. Lobo searched for an assignment worthy of his abilities. With so many superpowered beings already dead at his hand, however, bounties were scarce. Lobo decided to use his wealth to create his own ultimate contract. He would kill the denizens of New Genesis, home of the new gods.
Okay, then. So he's like a mercenary of some kind? Is he a villain? Or is he like one of those anti-heroes? Zatanna.
The defeat of Superman was a relief to Zatanna. During the regime, she and Dr. Fate had taken advantage of Superman's vulnerability to magic and turned the Tower of Fate into a sanctuary for Superman's enemies. She had saved many lives, but years of subterfuge weighed heavily upon her. After the regime's downfall, Zatanna was instrumental in restraining metahumans during their trials. But when a jury recommended the death penalty for the more immutable defendants, Zatanna intervened.
She didn't want that.
She took the prisoners to the Tower of Fate. There they would remain, incarcerated, but alive.
That's kind of scary. I don't think I would want to go there.
Free of the Phantom Zone at last, Zod's first...
General Zod's in this?
Superman's defeat had been accomplished. Now his revenge could be fully realized. His time in the Phantom Zone had allowed Zod to learn its secrets. He had even learned from one of his fellow residents how to call forth small pockets of it at will. After introducing Superman to its mind-numbing emptiness, Zod claimed the High Counselorship and began to rebuild Earth in the image of mighty Krypton.
Just exactly what he wanted to do in the Man of Steel movies. I figured that would happen.
Banishing his friend and former teammate Superman.
Y'all got on me for this. I called Brainiac Martian Manhunter, and then I said, well, they're both green. And then people were like, oh, so now all green people look the same now. And it's like, hey, hold on. I get that all the time, all right? I'm light-skinned, and everybody thinks I look like another light-skinned person. So, you know what? It happens.
Superman to the Phantom Zone was difficult for J'onn J'onzz, but necessary. As the One Earth regime had formed, J'onn, ever the outsider, had chosen to watch from a distance to bide his time. He assumed the form of an Atlantean and served as royal archivist.
Okay.
Aquaman little suspected that his trusted subjects' uncanny ability to gather news of the surface world was the result of telepathic powers. When J'onn learned that heroes from a parallel dimension were aiding Batman's insurgency, he assisted as well, leading rescue operations in Metropolis and Gotham after Superman's rampage.
Good.
In the post-regime era, the Martian Manhunter continued to serve his adopted world, gathering the next generation of heroes to form a new Justice League.
What? That's fire. A new Justice League. Who's the last one? Yeah, it's Scorpion now. I thought the Batgirl one was going to be Scorpion.
The fool in the red cape had been dealt with. Now Scorpion would learn how he came to this place. Heretofore, only the sorcerer Quan Chi or the fallen elder god Shinnok could have summoned him. Scorpion's answers appeared in the form of Trigon.
Of course!
He accused Scorpion of deserting Trigon's demon army and stealing from him the glory of besting the High Counselor. The two faced each other in a titanic struggle. Scorpion emerged the victor and assumed control of Trigon's invasion force. Soon this strange new land would be his to rule.
Wow, he beat Trigon. That's such a good way to incorporate Scorpion, though. I love that. It works. Here we go, guys. Injustice 2, all character endings, created by TechnoZen. Let's do it. So in this one, you have to beat Brainiac. There goes his ship. It's just gonna plunge right into the earth. That's what I like to see. Are we starting off with Aquaman? It's looking like it.
Was right. Brainiac needed to die.
Yes.
But I couldn't stomach the idea of Kal's return to power. Atlantis would not again be his vassal. With Batman beaten and his allies imprisoned, I couldn't muster the force I needed to take Superman down. I'd all but lost hope when my Marines discovered an abandoned insurgent base hidden in the Southern Ocean.
What?
Here, Lex Luthor had perfected his inter-universe transporter. From
What?
plans left behind, my scientists built a new device. Now I go and ask for the help of those I had fought. I must also ask their forgiveness.
Oh my God. Well, there we go.
My punishment of Brainiac's crime.
Aquaman will be back.
had unintended consequences. His death disabled his ship. Billions of collected souls perished. I did not know they could be restored. Their deaths unleashed such rage. My Red Lanterns were overwhelmed. They drove me from Ismalt. They would have killed me if not for Proselyte. The emotional entity offered me compassion, not rage, in the face of my grave error.
Whoa.
Now understand the emotional spectrum requires balance. My Red Lantern's rage must punish the worst offenders, but it cannot blindly consume those who deserve compassion.
Okay, then. Now we got Bane.
Who would have ever imagined a sickly boy born in
He broke Brainiac's back.
a prison would survive to become humanity's savior? I did. And now, the world is mine. So I say to all prisoners, rise! Come out! Kill your wardens! Make slaves of your guards! Teach them the meaning of despair!
Oof.
Have no more prisons, no police, no regime left to fight. Oh, no one left to fight. Any worthy opponent has already fallen.
Not Batman's mask.
Dios mío. Perhaps victory can be a prison. A possibility I never imagined.
He's bored now. He's like, I've beaten Batman. What do I do now?
Brainiac's attack left the world.
He has no purpose.
devastated. Thousands dead. Many more thousands homeless. When President Kane asked that I head up the emergency response, I couldn't refuse. The job's demands require that I leave the Justice League in Barry's and Hal's hands. Together, they're molding the younger heroes into a force for good, unlike any Earth has ever seen.
That's good.
But I'm only semi-retired. Behind the scenes, I've been preparing for Superman's return. Cal swore he'd escaped from the Phantom Zone. I'd be foolish not to take him at his word.
Batman's always thinking ahead, just like I said when we were watching the story. I'm glad that he's still doing so.
Find Kahndaq devastated from Brainiac's attack. My beloved queen was dead.
No.
Brought her broken body to the Lazarus pits, intent on her resurrection.
Oh no.
But my entry was barred by Ra's al Ghul. He offered a trade. Access to the pits in exchange for my aid in bringing him to power. Ra's admired Superman's regime, but felt it should have gone further.
Further?
While I have no love for Ra's, I accepted his terms. I will pay any price to again feel the embrace of my dearest wife.
I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but now the world is
Kicked back
destroyed.
and savored kicking Brainiac's ass, but I had to rush home. I didn't know if Connor had made it out of the invasion okay. Turns out, I didn't need to worry. The crazy stress of Brainiac's attack activated my son's metagene.
What?
If there's one thing you don't want to mess with, it's a scared, pissed off 3-year-old with superpowers.
Oh!
Sure, I love that Connor takes after me, but raising him suddenly got a lot more complicated.
I bet.
I'm just glad to have people around that can help me and Ollie figure this whole thing out.
That's nice. They're all gonna help raise that boy together.
Oh man. Dude, I cannot even describe what it felt like. Sure, yeah, I was just the noob in the crew, but like, what, you think I'd ever let Brainiac kill Batman and what, blow up the world? No manches. When it was over, Batman was all, the world is safe thanks to you, Jaime. I'd like to make you leader of the new Justice League. If that's cool with you. Wow. That was a really tempting offer, you know?
Did he really?
But if there's one thing better than saving Batman, it's saving mi familia.
Yes, sir.
I've been around them much since I got the Scarab. So for now, I'm moving home and going back to school. And if this so-called normal life doesn't work out, there is always the Justice League.
What a wholesome ending. He didn't care about any of that crap. He was just like, I'm just gonna go home to my family and live a normal life.
Going after the regime was one thing, but destroy the planet for Brainiac? You really thought I'd go through with it, Grodd? Really? F you. Sorry it's been a while, sis. I know I've always got an excuse, but this time I finally figured out the right way to honor your memory. I know what you're thinking. Old Lenny sold out. So what? I'm making sure the regime and Brainiac never happen again. Even buried the hatchet with old Scarlet Speedster. Ironically, or whatever, he's the best partner I ever had.
What? I didn't see that coming.
You, sis.
What? All right, so him and Barry are cool.
With 9 lives, it had to happen sooner or later.
What?
I got everything I ever wanted, including a handsome prince and a badass reputation as the woman who beat Brainiac.
No.
And I must say, I was bored to death.
She left. Of course she would.
It worked better when we were forbidden, when the masks were on and the claws were out. That honeymoon was over, so I did the best thing for both of us.
And left like you always do.
Sad. I didn't become Catwoman to bag Bruce Wayne. I don't ever want to rely on anyone but myself. I'll go where I want to go, take what I want to take, and never, ever look back.
Classic. I mean, that's just Catwoman for you. There's not much else to say about it.
Hungry for his blood, I prepared to claim Brainiac. But the alien, desperate to save his life, sputtered out an offer. Brainiac said that if I spared him, he'd deposit any of his collected beings I wanted on a world of my choosing.
Oh no.
I could pursue them at my leisure. So now I hunt, free from Wonder Woman's interference. With each kill, I glorify the goddess.
So she just wants to kill people.
Of course, I didn't abide our agreement. I'd never given up on killing him.
She even killed Brainiac.
A true huntress always catches her prey.
Wow. Cheetah is savage for that.
Brainiac thought he had me all figured out. Said my humanity made me weak. But fighting for humanity gave me the strength to body that punk-ass K'Lugin. Before he dropped, I took a few things. His 12th level intellect and his ship's data core.
I was about to say his knowledge.
I thought the internet was gigantic. But now, I've got the whole wide universe at my fingertips. First up, I put back every Earth city Brainiac stole, starting with my hometown, the Motor City. Then I keep going.
Wait! Cyborg is from Detroit? He's from my hometown? I never knew that. How did I not know that?
Superman wants to secure one world, but I can reboot tens of thousands. Every last one in Brainiac's collection. Gonna be a long trip. But another benefit of my new 12th level intellect is I can reunite with some old friends.
Nice.
Titans together.
The Titans! The Titans! Booyah! You know, that is awesome, dude. I didn't know that was gonna happen. That was a great ending.
Nano explosive in my head to make me his bitch. The jobs he made me do. Well, let's just say they crossed some lines. I bet taking Brainiac and Grodd into the authorities would be doing another stretch in Bel Rev. And I was right. Bruce Wayne even bankrolled getting rid of my TNT migraines for good. I freaking hate hospitals. But God, was it worth it? With that nano safely out, I could finally see Zoe again. Last time I saw my little girl, she had 9 candles on her birthday cake.
Aww.
Now I got a second shot at being dad. I sure as hell don't plan to miss it.
I like his too. His is wholesome. He goes back to being a father.
The Lords of Order believed Earth couldn't be saved, that only Brainiac's evil could restore order. I knew refusing the Lord's fate would anger them, and that they'd try to destroy me. Anyone else would have nowhere to run.
So you destroyed the helm?
Fortunately, I still have friends in low places.
Well, maybe not.
The House of Mystery guards the helm. Zatanna and Constantine's spells conceal me from the Lords. But it was John's daughter, Rose, who gave me the greatest gift of all. My wife, Inza, returned to life and in my arms again. For the first time since taking up the helm, I don't know what tomorrow will bring. And that is perfect.
And then he got his wife back. He can be a husband. These endings are a lot better than the last game.
The professor and me worked our tails off to control our powers. But Stein figured out the only way to beat Brainiac was to lose control.
I correctly calculated that overheating Brainiac's engines would weaken him. But the quantum disruption we created caused an unexpected chain reaction. The Skull ship exploded, and every city Brainiac stole from Earth was obliterated.
What the hell did you do?
Coast City. All of them.
We thought we'd finally be the big heroes. The ones everyone looks up to.
Nope.
But in our hubris, we lost sight of the hero's duty. Protecting others at all costs.
And we can't make that kind of mistake again.
But still, if you ever need us, Batman, we'll be here.
Well, no, we don't need you. All the cities are gone.
So much for heroes. Brainiac had barely hit the floor when the arguing started. Should we kill him? Keep him alive? I couldn't watch them go to war. Not again. So I ran. Into the Speed Force.
What?
Brainiac wanted the universe to himself, so I dropped him off at the end of history. But I still kept running. I needed to be alone.
Where are you going?
Then I heard a familiar voice. It was Jay and the other speedsters.
What?
A crisis is coming, he told me. But if we run fast enough, together, we just might save the multiverse. I thought I'd been running away, but I was running towards something. It's good to believe in heroes again.
All right, so there's something else brewing. Something about the multiverse.
Taking down that green-skinned bastard got me thinking about the people of my Earth. My universe's Brainiac had never come calling. I had to warn them. By the time I got home, it was too late. My Earth was this close to being gone for good.
Jeez.
But that's when the strangest cavalry you've ever seen rode in.
What?
It was a full-on multiverse Justice League. They'd been hopping between universes, battling Brainiacs in every one.
We got a brown Superman?
He asked me to join. I've seen what Brainiac can do. Nobody in any universe should have to face that threat again.
That's crazy. The Russian Batman, that almost took me out.
The Guardians ordered me to bring Brainiac to Oa to stand trial. I was plenty happy to put a few thousand light years between that alien and Earth. After the trial, the Guardians dropped a bombshell on me. Sinestro was free, busted out of their science cells.
Jeez, well that sucks.
A frontal assault on the Sinestro Corps was a no-go. Us Greens were still weak from fighting Superman's regime. That's why I volunteered to go undercover as a Yellow Lantern.
Oh no.
Pass. I need to re-embrace my fear. But fear's an addiction. Once I've picked up that bottle, It's gonna be awfully hard putting it back down again.
No.
I just hope I have the will to see it through.
We'll have to see what happens with that. Is there a comic book line that is after this game?
Brainiac's dead face is a vision I will always relish. Even as I ripped the head from his body, the alien couldn't believe that an ape was taking his life. I quickly mastered Brainiac's technology, exponentially increasing my telepathic power. Then I enslaved Earth's humans,
Oh my God.
relegating them to their proper place. But my victory over those vermin was only the beginning. Now, fully in command of Brainiac's vast powers, I am the greatest conqueror the universe has ever seen.
It's Planet of the Apes. It is literally Planet of the Apes times 1,000. Harley, yeah, what happened with Harley?
I still can't believe it. Me bringing down Brainiac. Who knew? Still, Bat surprised me, offering me a spot in the Justice League.
She's in the Justice League?
Sure, he ain't crazy, but who says no to that guy? You know, being good feels good. But every now and again, every once in a while, I get this irresistible urge to go out and bash some heads!
Of course she does.
Hopefully being good'll stick long term. Till I'm sure my kid Lucy's still gonna know me as her crazy Aunt Holleen.
Huh?
Someday I can give her the real scoop.
Begun my day thinking I'd give a wannabe alien overlord a haircut. That was a happy accident. But what I'd first thought a distraction inspired my life's greatest work. I found Brainiac's collection. Those poor cities from across the universe, trapped aboard his ship. There was only one thing to do. I restored them and gave Earth the reboot it so desperately needed. I stitched together a crazy quilt of alien civilizations without regard to rhyme or reason.
What?
Afraid, confused, devolved to their basest instincts. They kill each other in the most sickening ways. And I get to sit back, munch popcorn, and enjoy the show. Watching as the world burns.
We know, Joker. If he wasn't watching the world burn, I'd be very concerned.
All the men I've charmed, Brainiac was the most useful. With his help, I finally slaughtered the so-called heroes.
Oh, nice.
Then, I whispered in his ear, collect every last city on Earth, and I'll give you a kiss. And he did. Every last city. I finally brought human civilization crashing to the ground.
So now the plants will rise.
He got the kiss he deserved. But he was just a fling.
He was just a fling!
I was going to be busy leading the green. I should have known there'd be some competition.
She beat him.
I think sympathy for humans makes him weak. The plants know I'm their real guardian. And when the leaves settle, there will be no doubt. This world is mine.
Yeah, she's literally Mother Nature. Oh, Scarecrow. Let's see how this plays out.
After studying Brainiac's blood, I tweaked my fear toxin to exploit his alien biology. And as I gained control of his shattered mind, I also gained control of his ship. I began to explore Brainiac's enormous collection, soon realizing it was an unprecedented opportunity for study. Billions of species from millions of worlds, each with its own phobias and fears.
He's dining on fears.
The Skull Ship is my laboratory. As it glides through the vast darkness of space, its collected beings are subjected to their worst.
Oh my God.
With each I study, my knowledge grows. It may take decades, but I will become the universe's greatest master of fear.
Well, there you have it. He gets a whole fear buffet.
And it's no secret I hated him. But despite all that, he sacrificed himself to save me, giving me the chance to stop Brainiac permanently. I was so obsessed with escaping the Bat's shadow that I never appreciated what that symbol really meant. Not until I saw it stained with my father's blood. My blood.
Aww.
This symbol is my legacy. A legacy of vengeance. My name is Damian Wayne, son of Bruce, grandson of the Demon.
Holy!
I've been called Robin and Nightwing. But from now on, the world will know me as...
Yes!
Batman.
He's gotta be the coolest looking Batman I've ever seen. Dude, that was great. What a great ending.
I still shake when I remember Brainiac's collection of Krypton. I want to give the world he stole a second chance, but bonding with Brainiac's ship is too risky.
Yeah.
I need a safer way to restore our cities. I'm so glad for the Justice League's help. Barry, Professor Stein, they've already taught me so much. Every day, we get closer to reversing Brainiac's collection process.
Well, that's good.
When we do, we'll pick the right star system.
Krypton will be back.
Brainiac ruined will be reborn. Argo City and Kandor, Twin Cities, survivors. I couldn't save Kal-El, but I will save our people.
She's gonna save her people, guys. Oh, Bizarro. Yeah, we gotta see what's up with him.
To protect the Earth, but to guarantee its safety, I need to expand my vision. Brainiac's ship is the ultimate weapon, but in my hands, it can be so much more. Millions of civilizations await rebirth in Brainiac's collection. I'll find the bravest and strongest warriors among them, and I'll start a new regime. No, a new legion. The Legion of Superheroes.
Oh, look at them.
With it, I'll bring peace not just to Earth, but to the entire universe. And the universes that lie beyond.
Of course he does that.
Many throughout history have underestimated the Green. In this way, Brainiac was no different than Superman or Batman. They all thought they could improve upon nature. They all were wrong. Earth belonged to the Green for eons before animals evolved. Now,
Can't argue with that.
plants will remind these animals upon whose planet they reside. When the next crisis comes, nature will protect itself. I stand with the Green, and the Green alone.
Holy crap. I think I'm with him. I stand with the Green too.
On the regime, man's world called me a tyrant. My Amazon sisters disowned me. Then Brainiac showed Earth what a tyrant truly looks like. The people begged for deliverance, and I gave them Brainiac's head.
Oh!
Once again, it falls upon the regime to restore peace and order.
No!
Those who followed him will be punished. Even Kara Zor-El.
That's terrible.
I will return to Themyscira and deal with my sisters. If they do not heed my commands, they will bow to force. So says Diana, Princess of the Amazons, Slayer of Brainiac.
Man. she's gonna go back and
Obvious
rule again.
and Superman.
The world is a mess right now with her.
Where did I come from? Why am I here? Am I friend or foe? It is time to reveal the truth.
I'm Brainiac 5, a descendant of the original Brainiac, but without his homicidal tendencies.
We heard about you.
In the future, people fear Coluans because of my ancestor.
He helped Ares.
So I elected to come back in time and fix that. Now that I'm done, I'm going back where I belong.
What the heck?
The 31st century.
He just left.
The Legion of Superheroes will grill me for borrowing a time bubble. But all they really need to know is that I'm on their side and always will be.
Oh, that's nice.
Long live the Legion.
Okay, then. I didn't see that one coming. Not at all.
Coluan Brainiac was a genius without peer. But I am a god. I could not allow an errant intellect to steal the object of my vengeance.
Jeez, shot with the lasers.
To submit to my will, denied my conquest of Earth, and killed my son, Kalibak. He suffered and perished, but not until I told him exactly what would happen after he died. Kara Zor-El proved quite resilient, but eventually, Desaad broke her. She is a powerful weapon, a natural leader for my new invincible breed of parademons, cloned from the DNA of Superman himself.
Holy!
Superman robbed me of my blood. Now, our score is settled. That is the will of Darkseid.
That Darkseid ending was badass. I loved that. Oh, Red Hood.
That felt good. Titanium composite hollow point bullets with a C4 kicker. Fastest, most explosive ammo in the world. I made them myself. With the invasion
Of course you did.
Bruce and Superman started fighting again. I wasn't down with either of them. On the one hand, the regime's right. Scumbag murderers and rapists deserve to die. But on the other hand, I'm no fan of government authority, especially the dictatorial variety. So while the world's finest fight each other, I fight for the people.
Oh, nice.
The innocent. Anyone who can't protect themselves. When they cry out for a savior, I'll answer. As for the criminals who threaten them,
Bro, I remember this guy. I forgot his name, but he's in one of the Batman Arkham games. And that was such a cool fight with him.
they need to know that their actions have consequences. That the Red Hood is coming for them.
It was either just pig or something pig. I can't remember.
Back in the day, this victory would have called for a party at Titan's Tower.
Yay!
The music, the laughter, the mustard with pizza on bottom. But these days, I have no party mates. Raven became a servant of Trigon.
The mustard. Hold on. What? What did she say with the pizza? The mustard with pizza on bottom?
The mustard with pizza.
But
these days, I have no party mates. Raven became a servant of Trigon. Cyborg, he joined the regime.
Yeah.
Beast Boy has been missing so long, I must assume he is dead. Dick Grayson, he was my star-crossed soulmate. He will never be replaced.
He's gone.
And now, all that's left is me, last of the Titans.
She's just in the tower by herself.
Of the moping.
Aww.
I only overcame the loss of Tamaran by coming to Earth and forging new bonds of friendship with the Titans. It is incumbent upon me to repeat history, to forge new bonds of friendship. Maybe they're not my Titans, but the only way I know to honor my lost friends is to make sure that no matter what, there will always be Titans together.
There you go, Starfire.
I beat Brainiac. That was a victory. And victories call for mustard parties.
Huh? No. Why are we putting mustard on everything? Why does she like mustard so much? I don't remember that from the show.
Brainiac stole Atlantis. For that, I could have thanked him. But that wasn't enough. Arthur Curry's kingdom had to be wiped from history. Forgotten. Lost. As it should be. I found just the place, guarded by Earth's most savage murderers. Once upon a time, Arthur Curry killed my father. Now that I've killed his kingdom, all that remains is to kill the king himself.
Oh, yeah. So he doesn't like Aquaman, right?
Will I consider my father's murder avenged? Only then will I rest. And what of Aquaman? Does he come forward to avenge his own people? No. He hides behind an alien and an Amazon. Let him. It won't save him. Compared to that alien freak Brainiac, these three will be fish for the slaughter. And when they're dead, the world can thank Black Manta.
Manta killing them? Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Superman? Good luck.
Brainiac's armor made him impervious to harm. From the outside, at least. He'll survive this minor brain surgery. He just won't be able to control his skull ship anymore.
Oh, nice, Adam.
I can get back to searching for my missing mentor, Professor Ray Palmer. Last year, Palmer dove headfirst into the Microverse, a subatomic dimension he himself discovered.
So now there's a Microverse?
He got lost. He left behind a trail of clues and designated an asthmatic research fellow, yours truly, to follow them. That trail's gone cold, which is why I'm upgrading my biobelt with Brainiac's technology. It's my turn to go subatomic. I'm not the strongest or bravest hero out there, but Professor Palmer, he's an Einstein-level genius. He trusted me with his astonishing legacy. The Atom is not going to let him down.
So who's Professor Palmer?
When it comes to magic, even Brainiac has a lot to learn. He thought he could collect the power of the Enchantress, so I let him have it. And sure enough, the old witch ate him alive.
Yeah.
It was over. Brainiac was beaten, but even more miraculously, the Enchantress was gone. After years of that witch feeding on me, torturing me, corrupting me, I'm free. No more aliases, no evil alter egos. I can just be June Moon.
That's good for her.
I got my old job back at the design studio. I even have a date this Friday.
Go live a normal life.
By piece, I'm rebuilding my old life. Once I've...
Is the witch back?
Get out of my head!
June. Did you really think you could dispose of me so easily?
She almost did.
Brainiac's collection was a revelation. You and I have been thinking far too small. Why corrupt one Earth when we can bewitch all 52?
All 52 Earths. She is hungry for Earths.
I arrived in this realm accidentally. Driven here by magic unleashed as I forced Kotal Khan's retreat from Earthrealm to Outworld. I was seeking a route home when Brainiac attacked. I could not allow this vile invader to add this planet or myself to his collection. In gratitude for my flawless victory, Batman offered the Justice League's aid. While I waited on him to unlock the magic of interrealm travel, I provided valuable combat training to the youngest members of his order.
Oh, nice.
Spells that were devised went awry.
Wait, no.
Instead of opening a portal to Earthrealm, they opened a gateway to the Phantom Zone. Now, I fight to re-imprison Superman and his followers. They would not have been freed, but for my accidental arrival in this realm.
Jeez, Sub-Zero, you ruined it.
Protect it, as if it were my own.
I wonder how he would fare here. I feel like Raiden would fare here a lot better because he's a god.
Shinnok. His corruption of Earthrealm's Jinsei had cracked the barrier between my realm and this one. I began having visions of Brainiac's collection of this Earth. I realized that Brainiac's actions would soon destroy the barrier among all the realms. All life would be annihilated. With Brainiac dispatched, I tended the injured. His wounds too great, Kent Nelson could not be saved. But as he died, he warned me. The Armageddon I had foreseen was the design of the Lords of Order. By destroying reality, they would return the multiverse to a perfectly ordered state, obliterating chaos. To defeat this powerful magic, the Justice League turned to this Earth's most proficient sorcerers. I gladly accepted the invitation to join them.
Team Wizards and Sorcerers.
Contained. Order and chaos will remain in balance. Life as we know it will continue.
That's very cool for Raiden. That was a good way to include him in and for it to make sense.
Somehow Brainiac shanghaied me on a
look at this
universe. Bastard had big dreams about me being in his collection. Guess what I thought about that idea? Taking Brainiac out certainly got folks' attention. I got a lot of offers to stick around, but I got bored quick. Megalomaniac villains and tights-wearing heroes really aren't my thing.
I bet.
That's what they say. Home is where the heart is. But when I got back, things just weren't the same. The Bureau felt too small. It was time for me to hit the road. Africa was totally the right call. Wide open spaces.
What?
Clean air, starry skies, and not surprisingly, more than a few monsters to hunt. All in all, makes for a pretty good life.
You know what? I won't even question it. Just let the man live in Africa, I guess.
So you're like totally wondering where we vanished off to, right?
TMNT.
It was Krang, Mikey. He sent
Krang.
They might not know who Krang is.
I do.
Johnny? Sure, Leo. Krang is a Neutromian criminal turned intergalactic despot from Dimension X. He's known—
Yeah, what he said. Anyway, we're the biggest heroes in our universe, right? That's why Krang tried booting us to Dimension X, to make way for his invasion.
But instead, we ended up on a different Earth. Way awesomer!
Krang sent us across the multiverse to a universe vibrating on a unique frequency, which is a macrocosmic constellation of—
Enough with the technobabble, Donnie.
Chill, Raph. Anyway, it shouldn't have surprised us that this new universe had its own intergalactic despot. We knew we had to stop Brainiac or else we'd—
Just skip to the best part, bro. Once we whoop Brainiac, I asked that kooky clown lady where to get a good pizza, and she's all, "Let me get you Toidles the super salty pizza." I swear on my life that pizza was the Scrum Diddly.
Not the Scrum Diddly.
But in the end, his whole plan backfired.
And they returned?
The super salt on Harley's pizza, edible nanotech called 5U93R. It temporarily augmented our physiques and durability.
Oh, nice.
Plain English, we became Ultra Turtles. Krang didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Oh!
You could say this little adventure gave our turtle power one shell of an upgrade.
Oh,
Mike, that was so lame.
I like what you did there, actually. That was a good one.
Whatever, dudes. That was funny.
Oh, man, guys. That was great. We just went through all of the Injustice character endings because we didn't see Injustice 1 and 2. We only saw the main stories. But Injustice 1, it had a lot of just like humanity is either saved or it's destroyed. That was pretty much to sum up most of the endings in that one. This one, I felt like had more personal endings. Like it kind of wrapped up some character arcs that we saw from like the comics, and I really liked that. I really liked being able to see like Harley Quinn having a good life, you know, people becoming fathers, going back to the father life, or being husbands again, people reuniting with their loved ones. Like things like that is beautiful to me, right? So it was nice to see some of these characters have a happy ending. Sadly, Starfire, I think that one broke my heart the most because I love the Teen Titans, and to see her just like moping in the Titan Tower and just saying how she missed her friends, that was so sad. But she was able to create the new Titans, and that legacy will live on forever because she wants to keep it going. I had a good time with these. I hope you guys did too. And we will be watching more DC stuff in the near future. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hope will never die.
Stop playing with me.